So this code shows the creation of a JavaScript promise. So we have the creation here in a constructor. The constructor takes a callback method, and that callback method is known as the executor. So it, in turn, has two parameters, resolve and reject. Resolve and reject are set up by the JavaScript engine. We don't set those up. So resolve should be invoked on success. But if we encounter an error, the executor encounters an error, then it should invoke reject. So promise then is created, and this executor immediately starts running. Now, the promise has three possible states. It's pending, that is, the executor is not finished yet, and therefore the result is undefined. When the executor is finished, it can have a fulfilled state, and the result is done. The executor could finish with an error, in which case the state of the promise enters in a rejected state, and the result is error. So my executor code here is a set timeout. And that set timeout is set up to return in 1 second, and call resolve, that is success, with the string done. Now done is the data here, and it can be of any data type. It can be an array of objects, it can be a single object, it can be a string, it could be a number. And if you think about the executor's type tasks, can be anything, therefore the data that they return can be anything. So now the client needs to be notified, and it's notified via subscriber. Here I'm showing on line 17 a then subscriber. Most normally this is used for the success case. So the result is going to be the resolve done here. In this case is going to be a string, but remember result can be any data type. And then we deal with the body of this. So this is a consumer. It's a methods of the promise objects. And they're three, and they run when the promise is settled, when they're complete. So the then is the promise fulfilled consumer. A catch is the promise rejected consumer, the error case, and we'll have more on that later, an example. And then finally is the consumer that is always called on any result. Here, this result consumer just simply console logs the result, but then it does something interesting. It changes the result type, returning result plus result. So it's going to concatenate the result, and we'll see the effect of that in a bit.